know, something or other, some domain is for me or not, and I wouldn't know until I do it. So I have tried exploring different domains like music, arts, electronics, carpentry, quite a lot. But I didn't really feel all of those are for me. So exams is one part, one way of doing things, and by exploring and getting, a bit professional in it, by doing internships, different projects in it, is another way of doing stuff.
I get that. Okay, but how did you know? I mean, how did you really, was it a calling for you to just see that I would love to explore things and then find out for myself? The motivation came from yourself, or how was it?
Sorry, I didn't get your question exactly.
You said, no, you said you knew that you didn't want to give the exams as per se. So, how did you know? What drove you to take this decision of exploring things and then finding out where your passion actually lies? And I think that requires a lot of courage to do that also, no? Because we are all conditioned in a way that, probably you have to go through a structure. And so I'm just curious, so that will also help me in deciding, talk to my child also and decide. So first I wanted clarity to know if I am thinking, right in so just to know how you
Sita
explore.
Lakshmi, before Aparna answers your question, can I
Yeah,
say something?
sure,
Come,
sir.
come to Aarohi campus. We'll do things together. That is more fun rather than talking. Right? Just come for starting. Come for a week, and
Okay.
hopefully we will. You all will like it, so that you can just be here only. Right? That is what happened with Aparna, right, Aparna?
Yeah, I will.
Over to you.
So my journey was that I started with no to open learning. My mother was exploring all the alternative education systems and Montessori and this and that. So I started with saying no and like whatever experiment you want to do with your son. So that was my first response to her. She keeps telling it again and again.
Yeah.
Then we came to her. He stayed for a week. End of the week, same question came to me, and my answer was no. It was not that because I was bad at studies or I hated studies. I was like the top student of the class, school. I really enjoyed it, but that's not something which I, you know, enjoyed truly. That was something because I wanted to show that I'm the best for others. It was not for myself. So
Hmm.
my I became an open learner. Like I stopped online classes the week I came to Arahi. As a when we went to Arahi, my online exams were going. My dad and mom told it's okay, don't write the exams. Just enjoy the week there. So I stopped my online classes. After that, I never attended any of those classes. That was the end of the schooling journey, and um so my mom has worked in different colleges and schools, so I have also gone to her and seen colleges and schools with her. uh, so it was never like I missed something, or I really don't know how to answer your question, honestly speaking. But I don't think I have a need for school and college certificates because I know what I'm going to get after it. Because if I can get experience without having my certificates is just certificates. I won't get work experience through it. If I have work experience and certificates or certificates, basically people will choose work experience more than certificates. Is what I have felt through the years of working with the industry. That is one thing, and if I can earn money without going to school, college, or getting certificates, then why do all of those and waste my time? Simple.
Sunita, you want to add?
Yeah.
So So let me introduce Sunita. So Sunita has an older son who is same age as my son, so who has also not given any tension and all that. In fact, the interesting part is Sunita's son and my son have together started an whatever marketing, social media marketing agency of theirs, and that's the beginning of their professional journey, right? And then she has a younger daughter, same age, similar to Aparna's age. So yeah, you can also. So since she's here today, I can be quiet. You can tell both of them they have enough understanding about open learning more than me. Yeah. So please, Sunita, over to you.
I'm like laughing it up, Aparna, because you can't answer sometimes these questions. I loved your way of explaining, Aparna. Yeah, as Ratnesh said, my son is will be 19 soon, and I started my journey with Aarohi when he was 9 years old, and my daughter is 13 now. It's been a wonderful journey, and I understand your questions. When I started, I ate Ratnesh's head similarly, like, oh my God, what, this, that. But yes, Skanda has not. Skanda is my son. He did not do his 10th. Initially, his father wanted him to. I was fine once I spoke to Asavri. Asavri is Ratnesh's first daughter. I'm like, okay, so I got more. I think it's not about the children. They'll figure it out. It's mostly our fears which comes in the.
Very true.
So because I am scared, I went to schools and colleges. I feel the certificate is important. I feel they will get into trouble. It is me, 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 me. It's nowhere the child. The minute this calms down, then everything will be fine. Basically, no problem seems bigger when this has come. So that's what I think. But having Aarohi and the community helped a lot. I don't think I could have, as a single parent having two children, I don't think I could have done it without this community. Uh, the first thing what really helped me is going to a homeschooling group and meeting more people and saying, oh, I'm not the only crazy one. There are many more pagal jaise, like my kind of pagal people. So that helped me to say that I can relax. I'm not the only one taking the crazy path. Though it is not crazy, by the way, this is how it is supposed to be. But just because everybody goes that path, we feel this is crazy. So to answer your question to Aparna, I don't think there is any calling or any, you just get to know. My daughter is 13 and last year she's going to an alternative school here in Bangalore. I semi-alternative. After Aarohi, I have not found anything close to alternative, so I don't call them alternative school also. But anyway, they follow IGCSE. For them, Smriti has to improve in English and maths. For me, I don't bother about those things. So we had a little conversations. Then I said, let her decide if she wants to do 10th. Then we will prepare her for that. So every year we have this conversation, Smriti, do you want to continue this year? I don't want her to, but she wants to. I said, okay, go with it. We just go with her choice. Why I'm bringing it is, they said that, isn't she too young to decide whether she wants to do 10th or not? How will she do it? It's not possible for her. I'm like, I've seen so many children of ours in Aarohi. So many children have done that. But then yes, I get their concern as well. So again, me and Smriti, we spoke about it. So it's not about you and me. We just have to give the exposures as parents, different things, and they will figure it out. And even if they later they feel, oh, I should have done, they always have an option of taking up an exam if that's what helps their choice of profession. Like my son didn't do 10th, then he said, you know what, I want to pursue fitness certification. For that, I might have to do a certification. Then he said, I will do it. I said, fine. When he was 18 years, he said he'll do it. Then after 6 months, he said, you know what, I'm not doing that. I think I want to do this, what Ratne said, marketing agency. I will follow this. So it's their choice. Once it's their choice, you don't have to be behind them. Study, exam, study, do this, do that. Otherwise, it's for you they would be doing. Like Aparna said, she wanted to be a topper, not for her, but for everybody else. So I think we have so many stories like that. We can go on and on and on and on and on about all these stories. Children have done 10th. Children have gone to. There is this one child of ours community, Advik. He said he wants to experience college. He went 3 months for a college. He said, done. I experienced college. Now done. And he was the one who was doing stock market. and reading Rich Dad and Poor Dad when he was 10, 11 years old, which I have still not read that book, by the way. So many examples. Best thing, go to Aarohi, experience Aarohi, meet more people. All your fears will be answered by itself.
Okay, okay, ma'am. So that actually that is the space from which I was coming. Like you said, it's here for us. So we are just, I think, confused and too many things running in the head to know what will suit them best. And the intention is again the purest intention behind is
Yes,
that they follow their heart, So
true,
and
true.
what they would like.
And sorry to say, sometimes with good intentions, parents do wrong decisions. We all have good intentions. I think Jagrati is a very good space. Yesterday it started. Join Jagrati if you have not. That'll help us
Correct,
to take out the fear.
Yeah.
correct.
I think
And
Rooney
just
wants to. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Sita Lakshmi.
So, yeah, just
Okay.
one more thing. When I hear the word open learning, I'm just curious to know what exactly. I mean, it's a very vast thing, no? So, how do you look at it? When it's an open learning system, like how do you allow them to just explore everything? How is it like?
Number one,
Okay.
open learning is
Yeah.
not a system.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you,
exactly.
The
Parna.
way we live.
Yeah. And like Ratnesh always says, when a child is born, the child is always open learning. We don't have to do anything, we just have to follow the child.
Yeah, so just to add to that, so if you look at Aarohi, so if you say, okay, open learning, Aarohi, meaning what are we talking about? So we're talking about two things. One is the child, and let us say that each child has something inside her. Rather, each one of us has something inside us, whatever it may be, whatever you call it, talent, you call it capability, you call it potential, you call it our energy, whatever you want to, whatever name you want to go. Now, wouldn't it be beautiful if we could discover it? Now, how will we discover it? I'll come to that. But the more important question is, shouldn't we rather be spending time discovering that than following something? That is which was what Aparna was saying. So that is the first thing, which is at the core of open learning, which is the child. We are all of us, whether it's the child himself or herself, all the people in the family and all the people in our Aarohi community are only focused on one thing: helping, or not even helping, continuously working. Actually, we don't help children, we do sustained work with them so that they discover what they want, what they are from inside, what they want to do, what they want to, how they want to live, what they want to create, what kind of a life they want to create. That is the single motive everybody has, right? And all of us here, which means once you are part of Aarohi, you as a parent, uh, other parents, all the other children, and all of us here, we are called mentors or facilitators, all have only one purpose: to work with, let's say, you or your, I mean, let's say in your case, your child, uh, to discover their talent, to discover their capabilities, to discover their whatever they're calling, and whatever, and drive that forward. That is our work. So it's in some way it's very intense, right? The whole working is very intense, and in some ways at the same time it's very joyous because it's the child who is driving it, right? But we are all very together. So it's, and you stop playing just the role of mom to your child or dad to your child. When you're part of Aarohi, you are also there for all the other children, right? And all the other parents are there for all the other children, and so on. So it becomes a very, you can tight, intense, beautiful group which is all the time supporting. Meaning, for example, there was this lovely girl called there is this lovely girl called Ashwati. She wanted to explore films, so she said, oh, she got an internship for 1 year, around 1 year in Bangalore. And first thing Sunita must have said, come stay with me, I have a house in Bangalore. So for 1 year, Ashwati was living in Sunita's house as literally her daughter. Right? So that is the power of us being very together, but not just being together, not just outside support, but intensely working, discussing, whatever, dushum, all kinds of interactions, I think. Right.
Everything happens.
So it's a
And
very intense experience. It is
yeah,
not like that you're just, okay, I am doing open learning, I'll do whatever I want to do. It's not like that. It's actually very close knit. It's like just a larger family, each facilitating each. Imagine, instead of having one mom, now you have 30 moms or 30 facilitators or 30 parents or 30 teachers, whatever you want to call it. And everybody cares for you because you care for everybody. Yeah, so it's all very intense. Yeah, that is what Aarohi open learning is. It's not some vague, loosely held, and there are lots of processes. We have lots of interesting ways in which we can uh, support and build each other, not just build in terms of, let's say, professional skills or domain skills or concepts, but also in terms of emotions, in terms of as an individual, in terms of
mindset,
relationships. Sorry.
mindset, thought process, everything.
Mindset, yeah, mindset, and so many things. I mean, there's a whole lot of processes designed, right, uh, to help all of us. And it's not just the children who are getting emotionally more enlightened. All of us together are learning from each
Yeah,
other.
yeah,
Often I learn more from children than children learn more,
exactly.
from all of us. So we have lots of processes, lots of things. uh, for example, one of the thing is called as portfolio, which I want Aparna to few minutes talk about. Yeah, Aparna, talk about what this portfolio does to you. And what is portfolio, for that matter?
Okay, so what is portfolio? Portfolio is something where you document all the work which you have done. Uh, it's like a certificate for open learners which they create for themselves. So nobody is judging you or declaring you and giving you a certificate. You create your own certificate by putting down all the work which you have done. So my portfolio, if like a portfolio includes all the work which you have done throughout the years. So that's what portfolio is. And that is something which we show for others. So if we are going out and looking some kind of guidance or help or job, internship, projects, so whatever we are looking for, we show that to get those stuff which shows our work. So all our work will be documented in different forms. Portfolio doesn't really have to be in one format. That we can do it in different formats like website, videos, a document, like a presentation. So there's lot of ways of doing a portfolio, but portfolio is something where we document all the work which we have done for the outside world.
And what does that documenting and making your portfolio does to you? That is what also I want you to share. Your experience, what has it done to you? Because it's a very rigorous
For me,
process. You have to do it every single week. You're working on it, working on it. Yes.
it has more been a reflection on myself. So how I've evolved throughout the years. So when I've started something, what was my motive of starting to do it? I'm like, if I stop it in between and didn't do it for some days, what was my thought process? So it's a reflection on my emotions and the output. So that one main thing is the reflection and me getting to know different stuff while different types of doing it, my learning journey, like what and all I have learned, me letting myself know, like, because learning doesn't really happen consciously always. It subconsciously goes into your mind. You learn it, but you're not very conscious about it. So when I document it, I get conscious about those stuff. Uh, so it's a big process. As Ratnesh said, it's a never ending process. You keep adding to it. So yeah.
Yeah, and just to conclude that, even Aparna is now 15, so she does her portfolio, and even a 5-year-old does their portfolio. Obviously, each one doing at their level. So it's not like that it's only for the older children. I mean, these guys make their own websites and all that. 5-year-old may do lots of videos or lots of pictures and lots of drawings and so on and so forth. Yeah. Okay, let me turn to Rolly. She has been like, I want to ask something for a long time. Sorry, Rolly, to have kept you waiting. Yeah.
No, that's okay. It's very interesting to hear because this is my first meeting here. But all these thoughts and processes have been going on in my head for last 4 years now, and I have been looking out for such kind of open places. I started with normal, like, school for my kid, but with every day I realized that it's something really majorly wrong there. So we switched to homeschooling. Even in homeschooling also, once you experience it, you realize so many faults there. Like, it's nothing but I am doing whatever there was at home. So it's again, lost. You lose whatever you thought about it. Then we switch to, now we are like open learning, kind of unschooling. And every day we are getting so many sparkles of discoveries every day. So we nowadays we are kind of outcasted from all the community and from everywhere. And in the learning process also, we are, as you said, we are learning more from the child now. So it's coming from their side. And what I'm discovering, I'm falling short of many things, like in terms of resources, in terms of what he is asking there. So I am majorly here to look out for, maybe similar interest areas with other kids, those who have some guidance of how I could suggest some ways to my child when he's asking me certain things.
How
So
old is
these
your child?
just here, okay, popping up. Say hello. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
He's
Okay.
six,
Sure.
6 years and
Sure.
4 months, and
Yeah.
he's very, very interested in science these days.
That too chemistry.
Yeah, I was
Ooh.
about to say. Okay, you want to take over?
Super. Super.
And so with our process, what we did is, we are schooled actually. So what we follow is like reading books. Whatever you want to know, you get from books. Now my question here is, after a point, books are not much useful, which I am seeing these days.
Yeah.
So if I want to enhance or give him more experience on certain areas, for his example, it will be chemistry, but it could be anything, like any subject. So what are the ways I could do it? What are the things that I could suggest? Books are one way, which I have known. So we have many, many books on chemistry, but beyond that, I don't know what to do. So I'm here for that.
Can I say one small thing?
Yeah.
Go to Aarohi and stay there for a couple of weeks.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
not
What?
couple of weeks. Come for more. 2
Yeah,
months,
yeah.
3 months.
No, no. Start with couple of weeks and then you will never stop going there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been 7, 8 years of acquaintance, or I would say knowing Aarohi. Once you're part of Aarohi, you're ever part of Aarohi. So it's not like you. It's just like the maternal home. You keep going there and
Really,
always staying there.
which city are you from?
I am from Kanpur right now, living in Kota, and
Okay, living in Kota. Oh, Kota is
yeah.
close by. Come, come, come. Come to our campus. Okay. um, and yeah, we will learn first of all chemistry from him. That's more important,
Oh,
right?
he don't
And
stop. It's too much for
and we'll
me.
all
Somebody
explore
please do it.
loads and loads and tons, and then you won't have to ask this question that how,
Mhm.
what do I do? Because you will then be busy
Okay.
doing what you like doing. You're not even thinking
Okay.
about him then. So that is
Okay.
what. Please come, 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 come for some weeks, months, whatever, whatever. And you can keep coming whenever you want to keep coming. That's the beauty of ROE. It's an open learning community. So if anybody is part of, so you effectively become part of ROE, and then you are connected on a day-to-day basis with the community when you are at home, you and your son. And whenever you want, you come here for few weeks, few months, however you want to go back, come back whenever you want to. And also not just that, travel to other families places, live with them, other families coming and staying with you, and so on and so forth. So um, that's the offer which Sunita gave, and I'll double that offer.
Yeah,
This
there are
offer is
many.
for everybody. There are about what,
Yeah,
21 people in this. It's that offer is open to everybody. Please come, just see what
It's just
and
yeah,
all when we
because
are all together.
thank you so much for such an inviting way, because heart speaks more. What you guys are saying and expressing, that expressions are more relatable, I would say, because this is what I experience. um, I am actually right now 6 months pregnant, so traveling is a little bit difficult and becoming more tricky for me in
Sure,
upcoming.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't
online
mean you have to
means
come tomorrow.
yes.
I mean, whenever you can.
I think that it can, anything that could be remotely done, because I
Yes,
don't
yes.
want to,
Yeah, so you
have
can also join
anything.
Aarohi
Yeah.
community remotely.
Online.
There are families
Okay.
from Mumbai, from Ahmedabad, from all over the place, right?
Okay.
Pune, from, and we don't have a family from Kota, so good, we'll have a family from Kota also, right?
No,
So you
All of you
can,
are welcome, yeah, here. And I know Kota is not very much known for open kind of learning, or it's, on the other hand, it's
other
too
side.
bad here for, yeah, for those
sure,
kind of
sure, sure.
things.
That is okay. So what you connect with me separately. I hope
Okay.
you have the Aarohi WhatsApp number. You can, and I will
Yes.
guide you how you can be part of the Aarohi community from Kota. So,
Okay.
and there are two. One is a Jagriti program which Sunita was mentioning, which we started yesterday. Again, I would still recommend that program as the first program that you should consider if you
Yeah.
want,
Okay.
for you, not for the child, for you, right? And we also did a workshop very recently in the first week of January, which was called how to do whatever, open learning, unschooling, homeschooling, right? It had exactly it exactly, we went into detail about what you are asking for, right?
Okay.
Now that workshop, we are just digitizing it, so just give us little time, and that would also be available as a resource for you, so you can do that you can do at your own time and pace. So we'll keep you informed. I hope you're already part of one of our groups, so you will know when that is happening. So these are two
Anything for the
recommendations.
child, anything for the child that he
No,
could
no, no, no,
join
no.
in for.
We
Okay.
that is the whole point.
Okay.
We don't need to think about the child. The only way we need to think about how we can get the child to think about himself. That's enough, right? Don't worry. If we are thinking about the child, we are thinking about the wrong person. We are thinking about a person who is already extremely resourceful. Why should we be thinking about somebody who is extremely resourceful? And if you don't agree with me, I'll prove to you that he is extremely resourceful. Not now.
But I don't know how to answer him. My problem is just this.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I,
why
I
I'm
know
saying
my limits.
Jagriti. That's why I said
Yeah, yeah.
first Jagriti.
Okay.
Jagriti will help you
Okay.
to stop helping him
Okay.
and see
Okay.
how he can drive all his learnings whatsoever.
Okay.
Not that your role doesn't get over, in fact, but your role becomes exciting, joyous, and beautiful, rather than it becoming the role of
Burdensome.
somebody who is a burden, yes, or arranging things, or you know or coming on calls and
Fixing.
asking about what is NIOS.
Fixing the child, fixing the problem. Yeah.
Yeah, fixing the
Okay.
problem. Yes, yes. Yeah. So yeah, so
Thank you. Thank you
Jagriti
very
is
much. I will
one
get
that
in
I will
touch.
suggest to you. We've started
Mhm.
yesterday, so if you still want to join, you can still register. I'll just put the link
It's
here
it's
for you.
one program which is really 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 important. I think I've attended it once or more than once, I guess. Every time we attend, there's a new insight. As an individual, I grow, then I bring it to my child. So as a parent, so it's one like Ratnesh said, when anything for the child, then I'm mostly as a parent fixing the problem that I think my child has. But the child is fine. Once I fix my
Yeah. Yes.
issues, I know how to answer, how to not
Mhm.
answer, how to provide or be a witness for his journey. So I think Jagrati is first thing I would say. And the reason I keep telling people go to Aarohi is, see, how much ever we talk, unless you see it, experience it, it's very difficult to
Yes.
understand this, because it is still not there in our world. It doesn't exist in our world. So I will still put, like you rightly said, that was my process, putting school in the house. Similarly, recreating the school. So once you go there is when you realize, oh, this is how it happens, this is how it works. Like the way Aparna is answering, or the way your son is coming and jumping in the call, that's how you will see every child around and every individual. So we don't call it open learning for the child, it's for the whole family.
Okay. Okay. It's delightful actually to find such people. And thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, there are a lot of people in the group, many names I'm seeing for the first time. So please feel free to, if you have a question, if you have a thought, or please come on video, show us your face so that we connect visually also, or come and chat with us. This is a very informal meetup, so it does not have any agenda except for us connecting with you and trying to explore areas which you want to explore. So please feel free to ask any questions. You can use chat, you can use audio plus video, whichever. Yeah. So anybody can initiate.
If you don't ask, we keep talking. We can talk about this topic
Ritesh,
all day.
Yes, Raghavendra.
Yeah, hi.
I was
This is Shiva here.
Just one moment. Yeah, Shiba.
And
Raghavendra, your voice was a little breaking. Maybe,
yeah.
just try again.
Let Shiva continue. I
Okay,
lost power.
okay.
Probably I lost there.
Okay. Yeah, Shiba, come in, please. And if
yeah,
more
so
people can come on video, then it looks like a meetup. Otherwise, it looks like a webinar. That's very boring.
yeah.
Yes, thank you,
Okay.
Shiba. Yes.
Yeah. So, I was just listening to all these conversations, very insightful, and so glad to be part of this group. One question, right? When I was listening to the conversation, somebody mentioned that their son wanted to do this fitness training and then realized that, he does not want to do. And somebody went to college, attended college for 3 months, and then uh, discontinued, right? So we really, I mean, I am at a stage where I don't really think I have that financial stability to go and do anything, right, that my child wants. He's just 4 years old now. I might be thinking very taking a long shot here, but how does that really work, right, with the child this age? And also when he grows up and when I enroll him to a college, it's there's a lot of financial burden that is involved, right? When he's only going for 3 months, and I may not be able to afford that.
Aparna, you want to answer that? Aparna is smiling. Yeah.
Firstly, he has to take the decision he wants to go to college after being an open learner. And I guess he'll figure out. I mean, if finances is one part, even he can figure out for the finances for himself as well. It's not like for everything, only parents can support you finances wise. He can maybe find a sponsor for himself, or he learn for himself. There are 1,000 ways of earning, or rather, million ways of earning money in this world. So I've never felt that is, as such a problem. And it's fine. I feel it's fine at times, because pressuring yourself and going somewhere and doing it just because you're paid for it, you won't get the output of it. You won't learn much out of it because you're pressuring yourself. Your attention, or 100% input from your side won't be there. So yeah.
Can I add to that?
Please,
What
I was about to invite you. Yeah.
It's just I'm laughing at how we parents can be so scared. No, we just every good information can also land as, oh my God, what if my child does that? So when I said my son did not want to do fitness training, he's still doing fitness training, by the way, and he did an internship. He started going to gym when he was 15, which I was scared as a parent, like 15, what will happen to the bone? So he came up with a presentation with all the information from everybody, and then he told me, this is what happens. What is your concern? Okay, this concern is taken care. So then it was a decision together. Okay, so it's like it's not that because you're open learning, you're not part of your child's life at all. Or again, the other round, like Aparna said, you don't have to decide and you don't have to take the burden. It can be like, why don't you talk to the college and figure out? Like my daughter, when she went to the school, we said she's coming from an open school, so we'll just try 1 month. Are you okay with that? If she likes it, we will continue. They said, yes, please do it only for 1 month. So there are, Aparna rightly said, million ways. Money is not the only way, and probably that for that 1 month, actually they didn't even charge. Okay, so there are people. It's not, money is not always there. World is a wonderful place out there. All we have to do is a desire, and then we'll go figure out how to do it. So just because I said this boy quit the college doesn't mean he's a quitter, or just doesn't mean that he will keep quitting everything or waste the money. Like again Aparna said, what is the use of going which is really not stimulating you? Just because the world is doing, just because I've paid the fees, just because I have to do it, otherwise I'll be called a failure. If I'm doing it, then anyway that's what we all are doing. Most of adults are doing because I'm supposed to do. But then when we realize that's not what we to do at whatever 30, 40, 50, we still get up and say, no, this is not, I want to work on my passion. And there's so many photographers, there's so many trekking, people who go on trekking, bike rides, and so many things people do. It's the same thing. It's the same thing for the children. Just because I am an adult, I want to decide for my child because I don't want my child to suffer. Hello, if they don't suffer, how will they learn? Excuse me? Can we stop protecting our children? They're quite capable. Actually, they're much more capable. And there's so many problems that I have when I talk to a 5-year-old, 10, 15, 16, 80-year-old, I get a lot of information. So why is that I feel that my child will need me rather than I will need the child as well? So they're fine. It's only us.
So Shiva, just to add, a lot of people ask, so okay, so what are the pros and cons of open learning? I say, oh, you know, in any system there are pros and cons, but in open learning there are only opportunities. Right? So every failure, every setback, every problem is an opportunity. Opportunity for me to learn from it, grow from it, okay, look into myself. In fact, we say all the pros and all the cons are the curriculum of open learning. Yeah. So it's not that the life will be rosy. In fact, the life would be far from rosy, but the life would be fun. If life was only going to be simple, nobody will go to a roller coaster ride, right? Everybody will sit quietly at home and do nothing, not play any sport because sports are challenging, not do any work because work is challenging. Everything is challenging. So when I try to explain to people that if you want to really understand open learning, understand it with respect to a kitchen and a restaurant. Yeah. In most sense, the conventional education is a restaurant. You go there and the restaurant serves you food and you have to eat that. Okay. You can't really choose too much. So unfortunately, it's not a very open restaurant. But maybe you will get some electives at a certain class and you can choose between commerce and science. And in colleges, you can choose you want to take this. But you are still in a restaurant. Somebody is serving you. And now what the other person is serving, you have to eat it. Whether good teacher, bad teacher, good paper, bad paper, today, good exam, bad exam, that's not much of your choice, right? It's coming to you from there. Now, in open learning, it's a kitchen. Yeah, you decide what you want to cook, like uh, Rolly's son is cooking chemistry. So you decide what you want to cook and how much you want to cook and how long you want to cook and how well you want to cook, and you keep making portfolio to show people what all have you been cooking in your life. But you are cooking. Now, cooking is not easy. You will make mistakes. You will feel some days I don't want to cook anything, as in I don't want to do anything. And some days you will be super excited and it will not turn out the way you want.
And
But the
someday you
best
might
part,
burn yourself as well.
yes, yes. But the best part is you are the one driving it. So there's a lot of joy. There is intense application into whatever you are doing, simply because you are wanting to do this. Yeah, that's the big difference. Yeah. So in future, whether he'll have a issue with money or relationship or profession or whatever, your child will have problems. Those are all great. Those are amazing things. Those are the things we should wish for. Every day we should in the morning get up and say, may my child have problems today. Isn't that beautiful? I would say that's the real curriculum of life because that's what shapes us. Yeah. If you come to our campus, which I hope everybody will come, that's what we will do. We will not mentor you, we will torment you. So we are called tormentors, we are not called mentors. We'll not make things easy for you, we'll make things difficult. Just to give you an example, we could have put a tap and you can fill water. We say no, 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 that's too easy, so we have put a hand pump. So if you need water, you have to pump it out for yourself. So the simplest of the convenience, we've turned it around and said, how can we make it inconvenient? And especially when the young ones, like 4-year-olds, come, they love pumping, and they will say, Uncle, your bucket also I will fill. Why? Because they love pumping. I don't know why they like pumping, the younger children. So that is what is life.
Thank you. Thank you so much for all your insights.
Okay, so we have 10 more minutes. We do these Saturday meetups every week. We have been doing it for almost, what now, 4.5 years or so. We have almost about reached to more than 200 meetups. So yeah, so we are there every Saturday, 5 to 6. So you can keep coming in, keep joining in. We still have 10 minutes. So if you have a question, also I wanted to share that we have also launched on Udemy. Many of you are familiar with Udemy, which is the learning platform. We have launched an open learning guide, open learning homeschooling, unschooling guide, right? I will I will share the link, or you can just ping me on WhatsApp. And if you would like, that guide has a lot of videos, and we are going to add more and more. And it's a lifetime membership, so you can keep going back to it and use it as a guide. Whenever you have a question, you can go back to it. Chances are that that question is already answered there. If the question is not answered there, then you let us know, and we will add that question. So it's like an ever evolving guide. Yeah, so I will just share the link with you. Meanwhile, if anybody has a question, please go ahead and share.
Yeah, Ratnesh Raghavendra here. My question was, if children have a language as a barrier, so how they are going to fare up with Aarohi?
Language is a barrier, but language is never a barrier, no? Is it, Aparna? You want to answer
What I
that?
could see is most of the child, like Aparna, they are very fluent in English. They are able to communicate what they think. But when it comes to our children, they are not that fluent in communicating in
What
English.
are they fluent in?
Our local mother tongue, Telugu, is their
So
mother tongue.
they will fluently express in Telugu. Why are we worried about that it has to be English only? Why can't it be Telugu? And if they want to be fluent in English, they will put an effort to become fluent in English.
Okay.
But now you want to tell some story?
Yeah, so there is a girl called Prahati. She when she came to campus for the first time, I guess she was 8 or 9 years old. 8 years
Yeah,
old.
yeah.
Yeah. So when she came, she's very fluent with Tamil, with her mother tongue, and she know like 2-3 words in English. That's all she knows. And recently she also came for the some all videos. You can go in the playlist and see how fluent she speaks in English. Like she speaks so good in English. So nobody made her sit and took a class about English, or nobody taught her. She just saw people speaking, listened to people speaking, tried understanding it, and she just learned. We don't know how she learned, nor she does. She just learned. So you really don't need to know any language. You can learn it anytime.
Yeah, and you can, I want to add to that is you can also live without learning a language. So just to give you an example, me and my wife Aditi, we came to this village where people primarily speak Tamil, Telugu, and Kannada. Okay, and we both of us did not know any of these three languages. We still do not know any of these three languages. We got all the government work done without paying a single rupee of bribe. We have built a whole campus, and we have been running this campus and community for the last 13 years without knowing a single word of Tamil, Telugu, Kannada in an area where only these three languages are spoken. So I don't know which language are you talking about, but I know there are many, many more languages of kindness and compassion and connection and gratitude and so on and so forth. I can talk about 100 languages, and those languages perhaps are far more important than the so-called English, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu. At least that's what I think, and that's what I have experienced. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, Ratnesh. Can I get the contact of Hari sometime back who was more interested in automobile
Sure.
industry?
Please ping me on WhatsApp. I will definitely send you the contact of
Sure.
Hari.
Thank you so much.
They're a wonderful family to connect with.
Yeah.
Please go connect with them. Yeah.
My son
And
has to similar inclination, the guy hobby
yes,
about.
yes.
So I'll
You
just
can also connect with, since which city do you stay in, Raghavendra?
I am close to Hyderabad, so somewhere 80 kilometers away from Hyderabad.
Sure. You can also connect to, I will send you another connect of Vajra Prasad. Sita Lakshmi, you are also in Hyderabad, right? I will, you just ping me, both of you, because I'll forget. Just ping me on WhatsApp. I've given my WhatsApp
I
number.
already had a
I'll
word and discussed with Vajra Prasad.
Oh, you already had. Good,
Uh,
good. Yeah. So please connect with other families, because they all have children in these ages, and you can understand from them. And their children have all done this journey. Now Vajprasad daughters are, I think, 21 and 17, 18. I keep forgetting the
yeah,
age. Sorry.
18
we have
and
attended
12.
Srijan's baking class as well.
Okay. Okay. Shadma is asking, if that's your name. Sorry, I hope I pronounced it right. What if a child wants to play outside whole day? Uh, well, the first part is something which is amazing, Chatna, because if the child wants to play whole day, I would say play whole day, because that's what I did all my childhood. I would not study and play whole day. And the only good thing was that my parents never bothered with that. They said, okay, you continue playing, don't have to score anything, you don't have to be a topper or anything. Now, if you don't have time to go out with him, I think our 8-year-old will figure out. Come again to campus. We will see. 8-year-old won't even know where you are, right? Oh, 8-year-old can figure out everything, right?
They
When
don't even need you.
they don't even need you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you have a, yeah, yeah. Okay, she's saying people comment on you. Yeah, definitely people will comment. Isn't that good news? They're interested in you. Wow. Most people are saying, oh, nobody looking at me. Now it's here. People are commenting on you. You should be happy. You should call them at your home to comment more on us. I will serve you nice tea and samosas. And please comment more on us. Yes, yes. Let them talk bad. That's what I'm saying. Call them for tea and samosas, and um, let them talk more. Let them talk about the whatever it is. But finally, if you are really, if it's the child and parent aspect that you are troubled with, then I will again invite you to the Jagrati program. Uh, you know, uh, Jagrati program is not about the child, actually. It's about us and about understanding ourselves, because finally, when we are doing open learning, unschooling, homeschooling, we are essentially gifting ourselves to the child. We are saying, hey, come, we will all do this together, right? So it's important that we first understand ourselves and work on ourselves, because that is what would really help the child. uh, and that is when we would be able to see the talent, the potential, what is in the child, and honor it and work on it, right? Because that's what I'm hoping all of us want. We want the child to discover, work, and kind of blossom with what is inside the child. So I can only say, if you have these kind of questions, these are not really open learning questions. So these meetups are more to understand that. But if you really want to work on this, join the Jagrati program. We have, as I said, one batch which started yesterday. You can join that, or then the next batch we will have it in June. That's where you will. I will not. We will not solve all of these problems, but maybe these will not stay as problems anymore.
But as unschoolers or homeschoolers, we have been also told a lot of things. We just are now. When my kids were young, they said, "Oh my God, you're spoiling your child's life. You're putting him out of the school. He's not even able to talk in English. He's not even able to solve simple problems of maths. Oh my God, what are you doing?" From now, they say, "Oh, look at Skanda. Wow, such nicely you have raised your children." So it changes. Anyway, it changes. So just to add to that. Just follow your path and your child, and it'll be fine. Join Jagrati. Problem is in this here, as I said, calming down the brain, calming down the mind, changing the perspective.
Yeah, we are almost at 6 o'clock. Yeah, so Thank you. I have sorry, I couldn't really post the link for the guide that we have created for open learning and schooling, homeschooling. But yeah, we'll be. I'm just announcing it here. We'll be posting the links in the groups. I hope all the people here are part of the WhatsApp group. I'm just post my Aarohi's, sorry, not mine, Aarohi's WhatsApp number, just in case if you are not connected, please ping us on that and we can share those details. And yes, please keep coming back if you have if you want to explore, discuss, share anything. We are there. Please come to our campus, stay with us for 1 week, few weeks, few months, 1 year, one lifetime, whatever. Everything works. We are an open campus. We call it as O campus. And it's an open campus. You don't have to come all the time or which days. There's lots of permutation combination. It's all very, very flexible, very, very open because wherever you are, wherever your child is, they are learning. They are in train, they are in any city, they are in anybody's home, your own home, at campus. Everybody is learning, and that's the beauty of open learning. We are open to receive learning from anybody, from any place, from any resource, and in any area. Right? Crochet is more beautiful than mathematics. I'm saying more beautiful because too much importance is given to mathematics. So I'm saying crochet is as beautiful as mathematics, as trekking is, as yeah, mud construction, which Aparna is doing. So if you have a construction project, you can connect with Aparna. Yeah. So thank you. And yeah, thanks Aparna and Sunita for giving this pleasant surprise. I didn't know that you will join. So
I
thank
didn't
you.
know too. All
Thank
right.
you and thank
Thank
you
you.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you, everyone.
Bye.